Welcome back. This is January 18th, 2022, Tuesday. And I am Rusticus P. Bondfather. And this is I Presumedly. You know, I was watching Dan this morning. Dan released a video about 3 hours from I Allegedly, Dan from I Allegedly. And he was in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard. He was in Los Angeles on Hollywood Boulevard, and he was showing some of the blighted scenes that every time he goes back to Hollywood Boulevard, it looks worse. So I said, well, let me show you what I can show you over here. Right? So anyway, this is a Papaya Dog. It's on the corner of East 14th Street and 1st Avenue in Manhattan. This place closed up about 5 months ago, but if you look at it now, I didn't see this when I was here earlier this week, so this must have happened sometime in the last week. They painted over the glass and then put up some wood boards. So they boarded up the windows and then painted over them, and that's new. But then behind me is a Metro PCS store. Now I can't remember what used to be at this address. I think it used to be a drugstore, because it says, the marquee says First Federal Savings and Loan Association of New York, but trust me, this building hasn't been a bank for at least 20 years. So I believe it was a drugstore in the 2000s, but they put the paper over the windows here. What I'm going to do is I'm on 1st Avenue at 14th Street. I'm going to walk down 1st Avenue, and we're going to take a look and see who else is out of business. Times are getting tough. Some of these restaurants are not able to weather the storm. So we're going to see who's in business, who's not in business, and who is going to make a concerted effort to walk right in front of the camera when I'm trying to do something. Okay, so we're going down 1st Avenue now. All right. Going down 1st Avenue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step into the bike lane because, I can see both sides of the street. I can see both sides of the street here. This is not really the camera that I would use or the phone that I use to take the images, but it's the only one that fits in the stick. The other ones don't fit in the stick. I left that rod in the house. Let's see who's here. Oh, the first block, there's only one vacancy. Oh, it says a dim sum place is coming soon. Can you see it? Dim sum coming soon. Oh, well. These guys, Cajun Seafood Restaurant. I don't remember that one being there. I remember there used to be a Five Guys. I had that right there, Crab du Jour. Last year, that was a Five Guys hamburgers. So that's new. That's new. I don't know if they're going to be able to. No, it wasn't a Five Guys. What it was Checkers. It was still a hamburger spot, but it was a Checkers or a Rally's hamburger spot. Now it's Crab du Jour, Cajun Seafood. I don't know, man. I wish them well, but it's getting tough out here. Across the street, who's there? All right. The nail salon is closed, Suntan Nail. Can't say I ever went there, but so that's one on this block, and behind this moving truck here was a GNC. That GNC filed bankruptcy in 2020, but they do still have some select stores available. Like if you go over to 6th Avenue and 6th Avenue, like 18th Street, there's still a GNC right there on the corner, I believe. 18th or 17th Street or something like that. But that GNC on the other side of this moving van, that storefront is closed. So let's see who else is going on out here. Let's go down to the next block. Share your thoughts, guys. Share your thoughts. What we have here is a lot of the restaurants, in order to make themselves compliant with social distancing, what they did was they put these sheds on the street, right on the street or on the sidewalk. Now, as you can tell, that restaurant right there, whose name I don't have, I can't get. See, they put their shed on the sidewalk and the parking lane in the street. These restaurants here, which is Gina's Grill and Tallgrass Burger, they put their little shed right there on the street. All right, that sushi place right there in the middle is closed, but apparently there's another sushi place on the corner, so maybe it was overkill. All right, maybe it was overkill. Let's see. Oh, the churches are done, folks. You know, because these churches, they were forced to be closed. You know, a lot of these churches were forced to be closed from 2020 and didn't get permission to open until, let's say what, Labor Day maybe of last year. And even if they have, even if you're sophisticated enough to have streaming services where you can still have your membership view your services, a lot of the churches don't have that. And if they do, I don't know what kind of fellowship you get on the web stream. But this is a Slavic evangelical Christian church. You know, this neighborhood used to be a lot of Ukrainian people and Eastern European people. So when you come down on First Avenue, you'll see a lot of the Slavic stuff, or a lot of Orthodox churches. And then when you get to Second Avenue, you'll see a lot of Ukrainian stuff, and then more of either Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, or Coptic type stuff. So that's what this neighborhood used to be, I guess, 100 years ago, you know. So, well, the vintage store is still open. The pharmacy is still open. All right, this Vietnamese place is open, but the other place on 3rd Avenue, they couldn't make it, you know. That place was only open for a month. So this says Vietnamese cuisine. And then the other place was Vietnamese Pho. They opened up in November 2021, and they shut down in December 2021. So either they're going to have to refine their menu to whatever is more popular in that neighborhood, or they're just going to have to switch up. Now, this is Jeepney, a Filipino gastropub. All right, let me see, what time is it now? It's 2:26. 2:26, January 18th on Tuesday. So I believe that these guys are closed too, because if they were open, they'd be trying to get some of this lunch money, this lunch market money. They'd be setting up for the dinner crowd. All right. Laundromat appears to be closed. Because once again, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. You'll be open to get this money. This place only sells macaroni and cheese, various concoctions of macaroni and cheese. So what you can do is you can get the macaroni and change the cheese that you get, but macaroni and cheese, that's what they sell. And there's community refrigerator here. Community refrigerator, and it looks like, I don't know if that's okra or zucchini, not zucchini. Yeah, it could be zucchinis, right? Okra or zucchinis, or what's the other word? Cucumbers, but the whole thing looked like it's full of the same vegetable. Now, I don't eat okra, and I won't touch zucchinis. I will eat a cucumber, but I'm not messing with any okras or zucchinis. That's one of the best things about being an adult. If you don't like that food, there's no obligation to eat it, and nobody can make you. So, if you gave it to me, if I went to your house and you were serving that, I'd just throw it in the garbage. Now, on a side note, this woman here, she just took some food out of the community refrigerator. And then there's another community pantry right there, a little cupboard right there. So I gotta tell you, some of these people are doing bad, man. Some of these people are doing bad. Now, I could take you over there to Alphabet City, and you can see that some of those people are doing bad too, but they've always been doing bad. What you're seeing now is people that you've never seen before, the unknown element of people who are falling on hard times because of this corona. The unknown element of people who falling on hard times because of Corona. And like I said, I can take you over there to the Lower East Side and Alphabet City, but those communities have always been poor, going back 100 years. They've been poor no matter who was in the neighborhood. If it was the Jewish people that lived in that neighborhood that gave it the name of ghetto, or was it people that replaced them, the Latinos? People in that neighborhood have always been poor, so they've always needed extra services just to survive. But I'm over here on First Avenue in the East Village, and normally these people have always been doing much better. And school's still in session. Manhattan, Asher Levy. Let's see what's going on over here. Across the street, there's some vacancies over there. I'm trying to get them. Uogashi and Handsome Dan Snow Cone and Candy Stand. Uogashi. Like I said, a lot of these places, they may still be in business, but if you're selling food in this environment and you're not trying to take advantage of this afternoon money, who else is popping out here? Oh, okay. Atomic Wings. Atomic Wings still in business. I gotta tell you, they make some great chicken wings. They make some great wings. They got the Sahara East restaurant on the corner and the Islamic Council of America. Then you have a mural here of Michael Jackson on the corner of East 11th and First Avenue. You got the young Michael Jackson, and you got the adult Michael Jackson from the end of his days there. Then over here, you got another mural. You have to get on the sidewalk so you can see it in the shade. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Right. I suppose that's supposed to mean something. This is East 11th Street. Okay. I should take a walk down some of these side streets also, so you can see what's going on. Madonna. Yeah, I'll take a walk down East 10th Street, this East 11th Street here. I was going to go all the way down to Houston, but why? There's nothing going to change. So I walk down East 11th Street, because a lot of businesses also exist on these side streets, and so traffic is down, and foot traffic, and actually I think a lot of the businesses in New York might be doing better off than those out there where Jeremiah Babe is. In Orange County, because a lot of those businesses require people to travel to get to them. You have to travel to get to the mall and then spend money you don't have. In places like here, like in New York City, and I don't know, I'm assuming like areas in Philadelphia and some of the more denser cities, a lot of the community can just walk and they can go do whatever they need to do and then go back home. So when you leave the house, you knew what you were going to get anyway. Share your thoughts, guys. Share your thoughts. You knew what you were going to get anyway when you left the house. You knew I'm going out, going to the market. I've got $10 to spend on food. What am I going to get? So you figure a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, and then that's already $5 right there. So you figure either a can of corn and a can of beans and maybe a 1 pound bag of rice. And you figure, well, not saying that's what I do, but I'm saying that's what you would do if you're running short on money and you got to make sure you got something to eat. You figure a gallon of milk, that might last you a week if you're just one person. A loaf of bread, that might last you a week. All of, this is food, if you're just making rice and beans and rice and corn, I'm just figuring, what you would have to do with the kind of decisions you have to make sure that you're eating daily. So, I mean, right here you have Buffalo Exchange, new and recycled fashion. They have cash for fashion. Sell your closet clean out. So they'll buy your old clothes and you can come here and get some vintage clothes, which, you know, doesn't sound like a bad idea. I think thrift stores right now, some of these thrift stores should be doing some good business. I mean, I've never had anything against buying from a thrift store anyway, but I know some of these people, some of you viewers are hoi polloi, and you'll never catch me in a thrift store buying. Well, that's you, man. I used to do it all the time when I was upstate. You know, they had the Goodwill stores and those were Salvation Army stores, but they didn't really have a lot of good stuff. A lot of that stuff was, and for the Salvation Armies upstate, a lot of that stuff was just reject stuff. It really should have just been discarded. But the Goodwill had good stuff. A lot of the St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores are pretty good, especially the Habitat for Humanity, the restores. You can get some good stuff there, but you know, you got to be willing to, you know, you don't have a problem with formerly owned merchandise. That's it. Okay, let me see here. Pas de Deux, that place is vacant. I don't know what that was, but it's probably a hair salon, maybe. Pas de Deux. I don't know. Odin, New York, that plus store is vacant. I'm only at the half block measure right now. Let's see here. There's a storefront next to this vacant space. I don't know where it would be. I gotta cross the street now. There's a storefront. Looks like they're using it for storage though. Doesn't have a name on it. It says, oh, religious gifts, Bibles, tapes, and books. So I'm assuming that they're out of business, but their inventory is actually still in the store. You know, the beatings will continue until morale improves, because they have a lot of things in the window here. What do they have? Oh no, this is a Morgan semi-automatic. No, it looks like it's an extension of the rubber stamp store, because these look like rubber stamps. Yeah, these look like rubber stamps right here. So it's an extension of this store right here, the rubber stamp store. So it says religious gifts, tapes, and books. All right, so next is the Sushi Lab. Sushi Lab is out of business. They got a work permit, but you'll see work permits, but you don't see any workers. I'm right headed my way to the village veterinarian. Okay, well, he'll be doing some business now with the pets and everything. It's a brand new building across the street. 310. I'm going to get to 2nd Avenue and I'll stop the video, then I'll do another one. I'll come back down on 10th Street, because there's nothing left here. No more businesses left on the rest of this block until you get to 2nd. So we'll see what's happening on 2nd. You have the Pinnacle Cleaners. They're in business. I mean, a lot of guys are still in business, but they're not doing as much business as they used to. So with that in mind, money grubbing traffic agents. Always want to write a person a ticket. So I share your thoughts, guys. Let me know. Is there a neighborhood you'd like to see? And I could probably make an effort to get there. The time that I have free. And then during the day. And then we'll see what the neighborhood looks like. But all right, I'm getting to 2nd Avenue here. I'll stop the video here and I'll start a new one to see what it looks like as I go maybe back down on another one of these side streets to get to 1st Avenue and go to Houston and then come back up. All right.